laughing. When the fitness board arrived, Barnaby greeted them by doing a tap dance on his desk. "Look at me, I'm a star shuttle. Zoom zoom." The admiral of the board stared in horror. "Binghamton, have you lost your mind?" "He's just happy, sir," Mav shouted, pumping more gas into the room. Barnaby grabbed a nurse and started a waltz. By the time the gas wore off, the hearing had been cancelled, and Percy had been awarded a commendation for morale boosting. Barnaby woke up with a headache and a signed document he didn't remember writing. Chapter 5. The Trial of the Cybercroc. Things took a turn for the bizarre when Barnaby's wallet containing 900 rare galactic credits went missing. "I know it was you, Sterling," Barnaby bellowed. "I marked the bills. I'll have you all in the brig." But the thief wasn't Mav. It was Snaps, the base's semi-aquatic cybercroc mascot. Snaps had a penchant for shiny objects and peanut butter sandwiches. He had snatched the wallet and retreated to the swamp. Mav and the crew spent all night hunting the croc. They finally found him in a court-martial chamber, where Barnaby was already mid-rant. "I object," Percy shouted, acting as his own lawyer. "The thief was not a man, but a beast, driven by an unhappy childhood and a love for my mother's peanut butter." Barnaby laughed. "An alligator stole my wallet? Ridiculous. Produce the witness." At that moment, Mav led Snaps into the room. The cybercroc walked up to the judge's bench and spat out the wallet. The judge opened it. Inside were the marked bills. But there was also a note Barnaby had written to himself. "Trap for Sterling. Use marked bills to frame the rats." The judge glared at Barnaby. "Commodore, framing your own officers is a violation of galactic protocol." Barnaby turned purple. "The croc planted that note. It's a conspiracy." The case was dismissed, and Snaps was given a medal for honesty in the face of predation. Chapter 6. The Phantom of the Skiff. Barnaby tried one last psychological tactic. He found an old record indicating that Star Skiff Vanguard 7-3 had originally been commissioned as Vanguard 1-3. A ship known for being cursed. "Your ship is a jinx," Barnaby told the crew. Every crew that sailed the 13 was lost to the space ghosts of Sector 4. The crew was terrified. They started seeing shadows in the engine room and hearing spectral moans. But Mav realized it was another Barnaby trick. The Commodore had hidden speakers and holographic projectors around the skiff. "Two can play at that game," Mav said. That night, Barnaby was in his office, gloating over transfer papers that would send the Nebula rats to a frozen ice planet. Suddenly, the lights flickered. A holographic ghost of a long-dead pilot appeared. "Wally, Barnaby, you cheated the records. Return the transfers to the living, or join us in the great void." Barnaby shrieked, diving under his desk. "I'm sorry. It was a lie. Take the papers. Just don't haunt my golf course." He flung the transfer papers out the window. Mav caught them in midair. "Thanks, Wally. The ghosts say hi." Chapter 7. The Great Galactic Payroll Heist. The final showdown occurred when Outpost Alpha's payroll, a staggering 62,000 galactic credits, had to be transported from the moon of Neo Caledonia. Barnaby, still trying to get the rats in trouble, ordered them to pick up the cash. "Take the shortcut through the smuggler's district," Barnaby instructed, hoping they'd be robbed. They were robbed. A group of masked space pirates snatched the bag while Percy was distracted by a girl with a heart-shaped birthmark on her ankle. 62,000 credits, Mav gasped. "If we don't find that money, we're going to a penal colony for life." The crew scoured the moon, checking every ankle in every spaceport bar. They finally spotted the pirate leader, a man in a grey suit, hiding in a warehouse full of ancient plasma cannons. As Barnaby and the Galactic Police closed in to arrest Mav for stealing the money, a firefight broke out. The pirates stuffed the stolen money into the barrel of an old decommissioned cannon to hide it. "You're under arrest, Sterling," Barnaby shouted, arriving on the scene. "Where's the money?" "In the cannon," Percy screamed, pointing. "Ridiculous," Barnaby sneered. "Fine, if you won't confess, I'll have you." At that moment, a stray blaster bolt hit the cannon's ancient fuse. Boom! The cannon didn't fire a shell. Instead, it exploded in a cloud of 62,000 crisp galactic credits. It rained money across the entire district. Muff stood there as $100 bills fluttered onto Barnaby's head. Barnaby stood frozen, covered in money, as the base paymaster began to count the bills. 42,365. 42,366. It's all here, sir. Marv Sterling tipped his cap to the fuming Commodore. Barnaby just growled. A single credit bill stuck to his singed eyebrows. Get out. Just get out. And so, under the triple moons of Aquila 7, the scoundrels of Moon Sector 7 headed for the nearest bar, ready to start the next disaster. The starbound shenanigans, a tale of panic, pirates, and plasma cannons. Chapter 1. The Ulcer of the Universe. Director Bartholomew Fig was a man whose blood pressure was permanently set to a setting doctors clinically referred to as impending supernova. He stood in the grand, chrome-plated command center of the Nebula Oasis, a luxury resort and refueling station floating precariously on the edge of the charted galaxy, and pinched the bridge of his nose. His face, normally the color of spoiled milk, was currently flushed with the vibrant, pulsing crimson of a dying red dwarf star. Zero gravity garters? Fig shrieked into the holographic communicator. You are the chief of supply for Sector 4. If the zero-gravity synchronized swimming team needs anti-grav garters, you do not send me a requisition form in triplicate. You snap to it. You shake a tentacle. You do whatever it is your species does when it hurries. He slammed his fist onto the console, cutting off the transmission, and instantly regretting it as a sharp pain shot up his arm. What a galaxy, Fig muttered to himself, rubbing his knuckles. Everything is on my shoulders. I am expected to manage the atmospheric scrubbers, negotiate with the local asteroid miners, and now, undergarments. Why me? Excuse me, exulted Director. Sir? Fig spun around. Hovering nervously behind him was Sub-Manager Quigley, a man whose spine seemed to be made entirely of overcooked gelatin. Quigley was clutching a datapad so tightly his knuckles were white. What is it, Quigley? Fig snapped. Are the atomic sinks in the VIP lounge backing up again? Because if they are, I swear by the rings of Saturn, I will. No, sir, Quigley squeaked, his voice pitching up 3 octaves. Sir, I just intercepted a priority Alpha 1 transmission from Galactic Command. It's about Admiral Titanium Trousers Vance. Fig's stomach performed a complex gymnastic maneuver that felt suspiciously like a triple backflip, culminating in a crash landing. Vance? What about him? He's arriving today, sir. On a sneak inspection. Today? Fig's voice cracked. He grabbed Quigley by the lapels of his immaculate, completely unearned uniform, titanium trousers. Vance? The man who demoted a planetary governor for having dust on a hologram? The man who eats raw titanium for breakfast and washes it down with the tears of inefficient bureaucrats? The very same. Sir, Quigley whimpered, desperately trying to unpry Fig's fingers from his collar. He's doing a surprise audit of the station. Sir, if he sees the state of the lower docking bays, or the incident with the plasma toilets, or... Quigley swallowed hard. Or the scrappers. Fig released Quigley and stumbled backward, collapsing into his ergonomically disastrous command chair. Or galaxies. The scrappers. Jack Starwind. Captain Jack Starwind was the bane of Fig's existence. Officially, Jax and his motley crew operated the station's garbage disposal and salvage ship, the Rusty Bucket. Unofficially, they ran an illegal casino, a bootleg hypermeat distillery, and a generally chaotic empire of laziness right under Fig's nose. The console on Fig's desk began to beep frantically. Hello? Fig barked, slamming the receiver to his ear. Yes, this is Director Fig. Who did you expect to find in my office? The Emperor of the Cosmos. What? The gravity generators in the food court are reversing? So what do you expect me to do about it? I'm the commanding officer of this station, not a quantum mechanic. Let them eat their soup on the ceiling.